Well, good morning. I'm Steve Jones. I'm the Senior Director of Operations for Brittain Resorts and Hotels. Unfortunately, Chris Kubal could not be here today. Chris had an engagement that he had planned months ago and just couldn't break it, but he sends his heartfelt regrets. He wished he could have been here. It's great to be back under one roof and seeing so many people. It's been quite some time since we have done that. So it's certainly great to see so many familiar faces, and there's some new faces as well that I hadn't seen in a while or before. So welcome to all those of you here. We appreciate you coming out and doing that. Today we've got some exciting news to share about our company, and we'll do that. But before we do that, I want to take just a minute to say thank you for the great job that you have done over the last year. There's no doubt that COVID has dealt us some real challenges, right? And staffing being one of the primary reasons that have impacted our ability to do that. And then you lay on top of that one of the biggest summers that we have ever had here in Myrtle Beach. You lay that together. And you were able to pull it off. You did it in style. You did it professionally. And we know, the executive team knows, that there was a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and a lot of hours that made that happen. So thank you for that. And if I could ask you to give yourselves a round of applause and your teammates. Great job. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Go, Irene. That's it. Okay, now for the exciting news. Let me turn it over to the CEO of Brittain Resorts and Hotels, Matthew Brittain.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Steve. Several years ago, our company embarked on a project that we called the Roll-Up, and the effort we wanted to make there was to take these resorts under the name Brittain Resorts and Hotels and form them into a single company. The reality of what our company has been is individual resorts owned by different people, and we were the common denominator, the Brittain family, which ran them and operated them. And our desire was to continue the trend that we had started to run the companies together and to make them a single entity. We engaged attorneys and worked hard for several months to make that happen, and our desire was to bring on an equity partner to help us do that, and COVID hit and kind of put the brakes on that. But shortly after that, we were able to make contact with a new potential investor. It is the EOS investors. They took an interest in us, and we started to build a relationship. And we are so excited and very happy to announce to you today that they are coming on as an equity partner with us in order to move our resorts forward. So just to be clear, the resorts that we're talking about in the Brittain family are the following. They're on these two slides. Of which you were all a part. And we want to thank you, as Steve said, for the great job that you've done both this summer and in prior years. And with that, I will turn it over to Simon Mace, the COO of EOS Hospitality. Simon?
Everyone, it's very nice to meet you. I'm Simon Mays, CEO from EOS Hospitality. I do want to congratulate you on your numbers. We operate resorts around the country. We also own the Kingston Plantation up the road. And it's been one heck of a season, and I know you've been incredibly short-staffed, yet you've continued to weather through it and have done an incredible job. So I do want to congratulate you on just one incredible summer. And we're excited to be here. So today what I wanted to do is just introduce you to EOS. EOS Hospitality. We are a division of EOS Hospitality. And as a company, what we do is we specialize in buying and managing assets that are specifically hotels. So all we do is we work in the world of hospitality and hotels, and we are delighted to be partnering with Matthew and Clay on the next evolution of Brittain Resorts and taking this to the next level as a partner in your company. So we're very, very excited to be here. And what I want to talk about is really who is EOS. Jonathan Wang is our president. He's based upon New York. He has a family of 3, and the company is actually named by his 3 children, is what it stands for. So he was educated at Michigan, went and worked for Goldman Sachs, where he was involved in the hotel industry acquisition side, then moved on to work with John Kukral, former Blackstone person, and they started Northwood Investors in the hospitality division. Jonathan left and then started EOS Hospitality in the last about 5 years approximately. By the end of this year, we should be at about 41 hotels strong across the country. So we continue to grow very, very aggressively. And we are only specializing in acquisitions within the United States. So you typically will not see us going outside the United States. Within the team, we have Dan Beanstalk. He is wanted to be here, however, Hurricane Ida decided that would be a different case. So he built a new house, and now it's a swamp. So he is now digging himself out of that, but he wishes he was here. He is responsible from the EOS Hospitality side to be working with Melissa and her team here to help support you. But as we've discussed, this is a partnership with Brittain. So the most important thing I want you to understand is all the infrastructure, all the people, all the staffing, all of you remain completely intact, right? We are not coming here to run your resorts, right? You have the teams in place. You've done some incredible things. We're coming here to work and be a partner with Clay, Brittain, Melissa, Patty, and everyone else to help bring our thoughts and ideas and also learn from you as well. So I just want to stress to everybody, while we've got a chief people officer, he will work with EOS Hospitality, he will work with Melissa and everybody. But again, the person that's leading all the people initiatives here is going to be Melissa and her team. Within our team, you may have seen this gentleman lurking around as he was working with Matthew and Clay. Tom is our head of acquisitions. He was here earlier on today. But Tom's job is to work on finding new acquisitions or partnerships as this one, where we can either go in and buy hotels outright, as we did up at the Kingston Plantation, we own that property, or doing partnerships as we're doing in this case. So you will occasionally see Tom floating around. He was the one who was initially involved with working with Matthew and Clay. And then this will now be transferred over to a gentleman by the name of Jabir Boyer. Jabir is our asset manager. And the way we work is once we start an initiative of a new acquisition or partnership, this will get passed over to Jabir. And his job is to continue to find new and unique ways to go and increase the value of the assets so that we continue to drive the overall returns from those investments. He is based in Dallas. He has a family of 3. He's going to move to Connecticut in the next year or so. But you may see him sometime after the transition date, which is October 1st. Right, Patty? Myself, Simon Mays, and you'll see photos of my kids. I love my family. I'm not just putting it up here to show off my kids. It's more to reiterate to you that most of you, I believe, are either working here because you've got family at home, you're paying for a mortgage, you've got your house. I'm working for those guys a lot of what I'm working for myself. I want you to be reassured if you're joining a company as a partner that's named their company after their kids, we understand you're providing for other people. And I know you're going to be going back and talking to your teams. I want to reassure everybody. We have lots of jobs. All of you are employed. All the pay is the same. We have benefits equal to or slightly better than what you've got now. We have 401k. So no one should be nervous about this transition. Right? All the main key players are remaining here. They are going to continue to operate all of your properties. You are going to continue to operate your properties. But I want to stress, I don't want anyone being concerned of, and I should have dressed down a bit. I probably shouldn't be wearing a suit. But I don't want you thinking there's guys from New York coming in. We are here to complement everything you're doing. We are not here to change anything. right? We're looking to be additive, but you are the ones that are going to go and continue to make Brittain as successful as it is in the future, as it was in past, and we're here to just help and add to that. Much like you, we have a fully baked team. As you'll see, we've got a variety of people from food and beverage to revenue management, digital marketing, social media, graphics design. This is on the EOS hospitality side. Again, they will continue to just work with your teams on showing them things we've tried, and we will learn from you as much as you will learn from us. But we have a fully developed corporate team based out of both New York and also around the country. We have people based in Dallas, Boston, Pennsylvania, DC. What we opted to do when we started as a company is to look for the right people wherever they were located in the country. So before Zoom became a household name, we were actually using Zoom. So the transition into COVID for us was actually a very, very simple thing because we were already used to working on the computer on a Zoom call. Again, these are just tighter pictures, same group of people, but these are our operating team. And then you'll see these are our hotels. Our hotels are cross-country, as I mentioned. We are predominantly focused in the United States. The one thing about it is associates of Brittain, you will become associates of EOS Hospitality. And I'll talk about that in a moment, but you will get employee rates at all of these properties, okay? If you're a camper, we have Big Sur Campground and cabins in the northern part of California. We've got a 5-diamond, 5-star property in Beverly Hills, which is transitioning away from Viceroy to be an independent 5-star, 5-diamond property. In the top right corner, we've got the Kennebunkport Resort Collection in Kennebunkport, Maine. We have Bethany Beach down in Rehoboth Beach. The Bethany Beach Hotels in Bethany Beach, the Belmore Inn and Spa in Rehoboth Beach. We have 2 hotels in Washington, D.C., the Hamilton Hotel, which was just named as the top 4 hotel in D.C., Embassy Suites Georgetown. We then have, as I mentioned, the Kingston Hotels just up the road. We then also have down in Marathon, Florida, we have Isla Beach Resort, Ferro Blanco, which is across the street in Marathon. And then our only managed hotel currently is the Ocean's Edge Resort and Marina down in Key West in Florida. These are our properties. This is the Hamilton Hotel, as I mentioned, located at 14th and K. It is approximately 2 blocks from the White House. We've done a full main renovation of the hotel, and then during COVID, we did a complete DPM of the property. This is our restaurant, Via Sophia, that we're now branding so we can take it to other hotels with time. Embassy Suites, this was the prototype. It's about a 200-room hotel in Georgetown in Washington, D.C., but it was the prototype for Embassy Suites about 3 years ago for all their future Embassy Suites properties. This is then Ocean's Edge. Ocean's Edge is a 175-room property in Key West. It runs about 85% year-round, and the average rate's about $475, 6 pools, marina, and then a wide variety of water sport activities on the harbor. This is the restaurant. It's Isla Beach Resort. If it looks close to Ocean's Edge, it was built by the same developer. So we built this about 2 years ago, 200 rooms, direct ocean front in Marathon, Florida, It has, in the top left corner, you'll see that's our outdoor beach bar. We have 5 pools at this property, 100 suites. All the suites have direct ocean views, as you'll see. This is our marketplace, which is about 6,000 square foot restaurant and also store. We have spa, meeting space, and fitness facilities. This is our spa. And then this is the waterfront restaurant. We then have Ferro Blanco. Ferro Blanco was a new acquisition for us. It's across the street in Marathon, smaller property, about 98 rooms. Had a marina, but quite honestly, we don't really know how to operate marinas, so we sold that off about a couple weeks ago. But this is a beautiful property facing west, so it gets the sunset in the Keys every night. 3 pools, and we've got a plan to expand and add an additional water park to this property in about the next year or so. Kingston Plantation, as you probably know, slightly north of here. We then have the Belmore, 98-room property. This property in summer will run about 95%. It'll run at about a $475 average rate for this property. It has $1 million spa in it and a small restaurant. Holiday Inn Express, this is the highest, we have a Holiday Inn Express we're taking independent in 2 weeks. To call it the Hotel Bethany in Bethany Beach. And then we run the Residence Inn also in Bethany Beach. This is about 2 blocks away. They're the only hotels in this resort town. This Residence Inn is the highest grossing Residence Inn across the country from a RevPAR perspective. For most of the summer, it ran about a $1,000 average rate for Residence Inn. So it does very, very well for us. Kennebunkport Resort Collection. This is up in Kennebunkport, Maine, where George W. Bush lives. So we've got about 9 hotels, varying from the smallest 14 rooms up to the largest at about 60 hotel guest rooms. They vary in look and feel. All of them are unique. And then these are some of the features. That's the Cape Arundel Inn that overlooks the Bush compound. The one that overlooks the water is the Boathouse. The one to the left is the Kennebunkport Inn. The Grand is also downtown. On the right-hand side, we've got about 20 tree houses, which are elevated guest rooms in the trees. And then we've got our spa and pool outside a hidden pond, which is kind of the flagship for that group. Viceroy Hotel, we acquired this property last August, 98-room property. It's our most West Coast hotel. It's a 5-diamond, 5-star property in Beverly Hills, and that will undergo a multi-million-dollar reno next year. It's an all-suite property, so it's a gorgeous property, and it's in a neighborhood, so it's a really unique experience. So after you've seen all the properties, what does this mean for you, right? Big thing is I get employee rates, but the one thing as we start to come on as a partner with Brittain is you will need to move over to be an EOS hospitality associate. So that means that next week you and all your team members are going to need to come in and re-sign up to go in and to join the EOS hospitality team. Melissa will talk a little bit about that a little bit further, but the most important thing is if you don't sign up, can I pay you? I can't, right? Once the Brittain system ends, I can't pay you if I don't have all your details, right? So when you come next week, you need to bring your driver's license, your social insurance card, and a void check, right, so we can do direct deposit. Nothing will transfer over from Brittain to ourselves. We need to redo all the information, and it's the same thing for your associates. So please make sure everyone gets signed up, okay? Now, one thing that will happen in this transition, you're gonna get kind of a mini bonus check because all of your vacation is gonna be paid out on transition, right? That's very important to remember and for your associates to remember, because if they plan on taking vacation 2 days after the transition, are they going to get any payment on vacation pay? No, because we're going to have paid it out at transition. Okay, so I just really want to reiterate to everyone, please make sure that if you get that cash and you have a vacation plan, put it in the bank, don't spend it. Okay, my wife would spend it and then be like, what's happening on the trip? Okay, so please make sure it's very, very important you stress to everyone on that. Okay. Benefits, we have a comprehensive benefit program. You're going to get details of that. You will elect next week as to what programs you want to do, but they are very competitive to what you have currently. You have a wide variety of options to choose from, but do ask that you look at that and go through that. You do need to make the election next week. We do have Gallagher, the insurance company, and Oasis coming to help you with any questions, and they will be present next week to answer any questions on that. Okay. Melissa, am I missing anything on that? No? Okay. This is all the litany of things that we offer. You get to choose what you like, and then there's a variety of programs within those programs. So I'm not going to go into many more details because honestly I don't quite understand it as well as the benefits people will be here next week. Retirement plan, we do offer a 401k. I stress to everyone, even if you put away $20 a week, if you put away nothing, I will give you nothing back, right? If you put away $1, I will give you $1 back. So I stress to everyone, look at the smallest amount you can give away, but give it away because we will match up to 4% of your contribution. But if you don't put it away, I'm not going to give you anything, right? So please stress to your associates, and I stress to yourselves, please put something away, because again, if you don't put anything away, it's free money. You're not going to get it unless you put it away. We've talked about this next week, 3 to 4 days next week. I believe everyone is meeting in a variety of locations, correct? To go in and do all the signups for next week. So Melissa will talk about that shortly. But please make sure you signed up. Okay. That's it for my presentation.